January 15, 1919. Boston's North End was a portrait of normality. Workers clocked in. Children chased stray cats. And a man named Foreman O'Toole, a gruff Irish immigrant with a permanent scowl, stood beneath a 50-foot iron tank, its rivets groaning like a dying beast. The tank held 2.3 million gallons of molasses. Sweet and sticky, and as O'Toole muttered to his crew, bleed and cursed. He was right. By lunchtime, the tank would explode. Not with a bang, but a gurgle. And the city would learn that dessert could be a weapon. The tank was a joke. Built in a rush by the Purity Distilling Company, a name so ironic it hurt. Workers like Annie, a 19-year-old candy factory girl, joked that the leaks were free caramel for the poor. But the company's answer? It's just condensation, said Mr. Pritchard, the engineer who'd skimped on steel. By 1919, the tank bulged like a guilty secret. On warm days, it breathed. Molasses seeped through cracks, coating the streets in sticky warnings. But Boston ignored it until the tank decided to speak. At 12:40 p.m., the tank burst. Not with a roar, but a sigh. A wave of molasses 25 feet tall surged into the streets. It moved like a predator, slow, deliberate, and hungry. Fire Chief Harold was first to respond. His truck, Engine 31, sped toward the chaos. Bad idea. The molasses swallowed it whole, trapping Harold and his men in a sugary tube. Horses drowned, their legs glued to the cobblestones. Survivors described it as being hugged by a ghost. The molasses clung to skin, lungs, and hope. Mary, a schoolteacher, ran toward the screams. She didn't make it. Her last words, scribbled in her diary, "It's warm and sweet, and it won't let go." By the time the wave stopped, 21 were dead, 150 injured, and Boston had a new definition of sweet dreams. The lawsuits were a circus. Purity Distilling blamed fermentation. The molasses was alive, their lawyers insisted. The truth was thicker than the molasses itself. Cleanup crews shoveled for months. Salt water, sand, and silence. But the city moved on, or tried to. Every summer, the heat returned, and with it, the smell. A ghostly sweetness. Old Tom, a bartender, claimed his taps ran brown on hot nights. "The flood's still here," he'd slur. "In the pipes, in the walls, in your whiskey." Locals laughed, until they didn't. Today, a plaque marks the spot. Tourists like TikTok Tim snap selfies, captioning them "Sticky AF." But ask Maria, a third-generation North Ender, and she'll tell you, it's not gone. It's waiting. On sweltering days, windows rattle, sidewalks sweat, and in basements, something drips. The flood became a metaphor. For the time Boston learned that natural doesn't mean safe. The molasses seeped into folklore. A cautionary tale, a punchline, and a question. What else is lurking in the things we build? If this story haunts you, that's good. Some disasters refuse to die. Next week, the Dyatlov Pass incident. Spoiler, it's colder than molasses. And far deadlier.